Dr. Wayne Dyer and alcohol. So Dr. Wayne Dyer, he's always been one of my like life mentors, someone who I look up to so much. If you don't know who he is, after this video, you definitely got to look up this guy. Rest in peace. He's now passed away a couple years ago, but just most inspiring human being. I think he's written about 70 something books. I've probably read and listened to about 20 or 30 of them. I've listened to probably about 1,000 hours worth of his audios and speeches, and I could just listen to him talk all day. Very inspiring, enlightened human being. I remember he talked about alcohol and his journey with alcohol. He was never a full-blown alcoholic, but he was a 2 to 3 beer a day kind of guy. Every single day he had to have his 2 to 3 beers, no matter what. And I remember he shares a story on the day that he decided to never drink again. He shared how one time he went out to dinner with his wife and his children. He had a bunch of kids. I think he had like 9 kids or something pretty crazy. But they all went out to dinner. And so obviously when you have that many kids, it's quite a project. And so they all went out to dinner, all were situated and everything. And he would order 2 beers at once. So that way, you know, he could drink his first one and didn't have to wait any time for the slow waiter or waitress to get his second beer. He could just be ready to go, have it. I know some of us can relate to that. I used to do that all the time at the bar, just get 2 drinks at once, sometimes even 3. That way I could pound the first one and have a second one. And so anyways, that's what he would do. And so he went to order his 2 beers at this restaurant, and they were a dry restaurant. They didn't serve any beer or alcohol, and he didn't realize that. And so he was so frustrated that immediately he told his family and everything, all right, that's it, get up, pack into the car, we're going to a different restaurant. He packed everybody up, got him into the car, and then they drove 15 minutes or something to go to another restaurant so that he could have his beers. And that night when he was sleeping, he said he woke up in the middle of the night and he had this revelation where he just realized how selfish that he had been and how selfish he was, that, his whole family, he disrupted the whole dinner and evening, inconvenienced everybody just so that he could have his beers. And he, as he looked back on his life, he realized how selfish, how many different incidences, how selfish and inconveniencing he had been to his family and loved ones and friends, always just so that he could have his beers. And how he saw this as an anchor in holding him back from becoming the best version of himself, and he saw this as an anchor in something that would hold him back from reaching his true abilities. And so he at that moment he had a revelation that, I'm no longer going to be selfish. I'm not going to be this selfish human being that is willing to inconvenience his whole family just to have his beers. And so with that, he said, and he never drank again after that. And I think that's such a powerful message, because we don't think about it, but our choice to drink is a selfish act. And, you may be the type of person that only has 1 glass of wine a night just to relax, or, you're just a weekend warrior where you just go out and drink on the weekend, or, a couple drinks on Friday or Saturday, or you're the type that go out and get blasted, or you drink all the time every day. But by drinking, it is a selfish act. Why? Because we are limiting our full potential, and I believe that we all were put here on this earth with gifts. We all came here with gift and a message to to share with the world and to share with others. And by intoxicating ourselves and poisoning ourselves, we are limiting our full potential. We're not bringing to this life the most that we could. Now, if you have children, the best way to teach is to lead by example. I mean, kids are like monkeys, and so everything you do, they're going to mirror. And so by them seeing you drinking, even if it's not a lot, they're still going to drink, and they're still going to think that's okay. Where if you live a healthy lifestyle and a holistic lifestyle, and you teach them that, hey, you know what? You don't need to have fun, drink alcohol to have fun, and you can still go to dinner and not drink and have a good dinner, and you can still relax without needing alcohol. Then guess what? Monkey see, monkey do. That is what they're going to see as well, and more likely be to emulate that. If you have a family By you drinking alcohol, you are, you're not going to have as much energy as you could. You're going to be, your brain power is not going to work. You're going to be dulling your senses. And depending on the level that you drink, it may be even much more. And so by us choosing to drink, it is a selfish act where we can fool ourselves in a lot of ways. I deserve it. I work hard, and I justify it because I'm the one who pays the money and this and that. Well, that's right. You're entitled to have that attitude, if you feel it. But again, being honest with ourselves is that you're not going to reach your full potential and become the best version of yourself by drinking, and it is a selfish act. Even if you just inspire one person throughout your entire life to change for the better, you don't know what that ripple effect can turn into. That one person could invent something that changes the whole world for the better. And so no matter what you have been through, even if you don't have a family, if you don't have anyone that looks up to or anything like that, you can become the hero of your own story today. You can be the hero that woke up today and decided to change their life and turn and be the person that is going to turn their mess into a message. You can, by what you have been through, you can decide, even all this junk I've been through, the lack of support, the obstacles that have been in my way, but I still was able to turn it around. Think about how many other people that you could inspire with that. Or you can just decide to go on, keep being selfish. And you know what? Forget about living up to my potential. Forget about being the best. Forget about inspiring other people. I want my beers. I want my vodka. I want my wine. Which is a selfish act. All we're really thinking about is our ego. We're just wanting to satisfy our ego, get a little dopamine hits from the alcohol, and tiptoe quietly through life just to arrive at our grave safely. Well, I think if you're watching this video and you're up to this far into it, then you're not that type of person. You're the type of person that does want to improve, that wants to become the best version of themselves, and isn't interested in just being a selfish human being. So with that, guys, I thought you'd like that message on Dr. Wayne Dyer. Such a incredible human being. Definitely recommend to look him up. And just like he made a decision in one day never to drink again due to being selfish, you can make that decision right now. You can choose to be the one that wakes up and decides to become the hero of their own story. I like sharing stories about other famous people and people that have achieved greatness throughout life and their view on alcohol due to modeling, so that we can have models and people that we can model after to realize that there is a beautiful life out there awaiting you without needing any alcohol. And in fact, modeling other people who have achieved greatness without alcohol, because I think that is such a powerful way to go about achieving a goal, is finding people who have done what you want and then model after them. Which, if you're watching this channel, probably one of your goals is to give up drinking alcohol, and so that's why I like to share, people who have achieved greatness, who don't drink alcohol, as a way for you to be able to model their behavior and achieve your goal of maximizing life sober without alcohol. So until next time, guys, have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year. Let's make it a great life. See ya.